So anyway, Steve, what we were doing is having a carburetor problem. And you know that a lot of people don't even know how to work on carburetors anymore. But when I was shifting into gear, it was breaking up when I was really sort of mid-range. $8,000? Yeah, I wish. But it does go to 5,800 for a big block. Yeah, I mean, you know, this thing's probably got 550 horsepower, but we had to adjust the bowls and the idle bleeds, and we finally got tuned in anyway. So she's running like a raped ape right now.
This is like the old days, isn't it? Music.
Saturday morning, two guys hanging. Hey,
whoa,
hey.
What's this?
Oh man, dude, it's Tim with his Camaro. I mean, I've been wanting to see this car. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
Wow, look at that.
I can't believe he showed up. Hey, wait a minute.
Come on in.
Pull it in.
Hey, you're always welcome to Chip's Drive.
Yeah. Oh, dude, look at this car. Oh, wow. Listen to that, buddy. Wow.
Chip, I think you need this for your collection.
I
need another lift.
I've always wanted one of these since you know what? Let me get him a microphone. Let's get him going.
Hey, Tim, how you been?
How you doing, man?
Buddy, man, how'd you know we were hanging out this morning?
Oh, good to see you.
Good to see you. Let me get you mic'd up so you can be with us here.
Oh, your car's looking awesome.
Oh man, our Saturday even got better, guys. Just hanging out, working on muscle cars,
having a good time. Yeah,
buddy.
We've
been wanting to see this forever.
Yeah,
unbelievable, man. Just tell us what you got going on.
I don't know where we can start.
I know. I mean, tell us what you got. How you've owned it, and we've heard about it.
Well, we've had this. Amy and I. We bought this back in 1982, so we've had it 42 years.
Wow.
And we bought it just before our first son was born. We figured we better buy it now because we won't be able to afford it later.
Smart.
There you go.
And so we saw it at a Chevy show that they had going on in Kansas City. Where we're from.
Oh, okay.
And we saw it. The guy had it there, and I said, "Man, if you ever decide to sell this car, let us know. Give me a call." You know. Yeah. And about 3 months later,
really?
Hey Tim, I want to sell my Pace car, and so I had your number, and
now you bought this like 2 months before I did, in what, 82, huh? 1982,
82, yeah.
Yeah, we're only a couple months apart when we bought our cars.
October of 82. Wow.
Yeah, okay. Mine was November.
So we kind of, decided on a price, and it was a pretty good price, I thought, at the time for that period.
Yeah.
And
a lot better price now, huh?
Do you mind saying the price? You don't have to. It's
it was $3,200.
No.
Yeah.
Well, I'd tell you my price. It was $2,000.
Wow.
Yeah, and I thought maybe I was overpaying a little bit. But somehow I had a 68 RS, beautiful Camaro, and I sold it to buy this one.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
so this is a what year?
Love it.
69.
So 69. I mean, tell us because you were
Yeah.
The model, everything.
So 69 Camaro convertible SS RS pace car.
Yeah. Now, real quick, sorry, because a convertible, I think, is unusual, but the hardtop was actually more desirable. Am I right?
The hardtop was kind of a late entry into the pace car world for 69 because the people on the West Coast, they wanted a pace car, but they couldn't get one like the rest of the country. Really? They only made 3,675, and there were over 6,000 dealers at that time.
Ooh.
So the Van Nuys plant decided they would build some hardtop replicas of the pace cars, so they call them Z10 pace cars.
Z10.
Pace cars, where this was a Z11 pace car.
Ah.
And so
now they made convertibles, if I remember hearing it right, because they had like people sitting in them when they went around, or they for promotion.
Cars. Yeah, they had
festival cars.
133 festival cars.
Yeah,
they had 133 festival cars, and most of them came with the 350 automatic. And then there were a few 396 cars. The actual pace cars were 396 L78 cars.
Because they had to move around that track.
They had to get up there, 130.
Remember that one story where that one pace car, the Dodge Challenger, lost control?
Oh, the next
year. Yeah, we went around and hit people.
Hit the photo stand at the end of the
I kind of brought that up
runway,
because of pace car, you know?
You know, this is how it should be, right? Car guys hanging out, or I say guys. To me, I'm from the South, so everybody knows guys means men and women, right? Kids. It's you guys, right? So, but, hey man, take us around. I've been dying to see this. Just show us everything.
Well, let's start here.
Okay.
We've got the original interior that came with the car back in '69.
Nice.
These are the original door panels and the original seats, the original glass in the car, all original sheet metal, the dash, everything. The way it came from the factory. I've had to do a little upkeep over the years, but this is the way it came from the factory.
All original. And it's all matching numbers.
Well, now I have the matching number 350 block in my garage. Okay. Back in '83, I decided I wanted to just bring it up to date because it was smoking a little bit from age, and so I was going to use the original block, and the guy said, "Oh, well, there's a sand pit in here. We're going to have to bore it out, but why don't we just get you another numbered block?" And so everything else is numbers matching on the engine except the block, but I have the block.
Right.
Standard
in a way, that's actually smart, right? Because you're preserving that block, and you can always put it back.
Yeah. You can have a little fun with it. You can rev it up a little bit more.
Yeah, you can rev it up. And it originally came with extremely rare, it's called the MC1 Muncie heavy duty 3-speed transmission, which they only put in
I never heard of that.
A few. They came in SS cars, Chevelles, Novas. Really? A few other cars.
Not a Chevy guy, so.
And they came in.
I love Chevys, don't take me wrong.
So I replaced it with an M21 Muncie 4-speed.
That's very rare, that 3-speed.
It is extremely rare. They probably, in pace cars, they probably only made 4 or 5.
And you kept it?
I kept it. Oh, yeah, good.
So there you go.
Yeah, it's still in there, the numbers matching.
Smart. And again, preserving it.
Yeah.
This is a 300 horse, 350.
350, 300.
Yeah. You got a nice little camshaft.
Yeah. Like so when we put it back together, we did 30 over and put a little bit of a cam in it. So it sounds good. It rumbles. And my neighbors know when I'm going down the block.
We call that curb appeal. Curb appeal.
Yeah, curb appeal. So the tires are 40 years old. These are Good Year Polyglass.
Look at the tires.
Yeah. And, you know.
Can I point out the houndstooth interior? Because that's the original houndstooth interior.
That's what it looks like from the factory.
And this is called burnt orange? What's this called?
Hugger orange.
Hugger orange, that's right.
Because Camaro was the hugger.
Yes.
So it came, all the pace cars came Dover white, code number paint 50. With the Hugger orange stripes, and the only other car that came with stripes was the Z28. So they were Z28 stripes, except for the pace car. So it came with the orange stripes, and it has original rallies.
Yeah. And, so the original, you can see here, and even on the caps, but the original rallies. Now, are these bias ply?
These are bias ply.
Wow. Now, how old are these
tires? These are over 40 years.
No way.
Yeah, we put these on, and you know, you don't want to take it on the highway,
right?
But because of the age, but it's held up pretty good. Wow. And they all came standard with the ZL2 ducted hood.
Yeah, here,
and
cowl induction
has
hood.
A little, cowl induction hood, has a little flapper in the back.
Yeah, we pointed that out before. The air actually comes from the windshield and back down in here, and there's a flapper. Yep, when he pushes on the gas, opens it up.
Yeah.
And there's quite a few in here if you want to look. There's quite a few differences from my 67 till here. Astro Ventilation started, what, 68?
68,
and he has a
flow-through.
He has a regular steering wheel out of the Rosewood. He has tilt like I do, but this is the first year for locking column right here. See that? It's a lock, the first year for that. You have AM, FM.
AM, FM.
I have my gauges down here. You just have your gas and fuel, no air. But you also have down here kick panel ventilation. And original dash is beautiful. Original mirror. It is just.
Now the top was put on in '75.
Wow. Okay, I was going to ask you about that.
So this is a replacement top from 1975. So it's 49 years old.
Wow. Now how do you maintain this? Because I see a lot of them, go foggy, right?
Okay. The person that learned me on taking care of this was Steve here. I was rolling it off the ramp.
Don't give Steve credit.
Rolling it off.
Come on, guys.
off the ramp at Daytona when we made a visit there back in
89?
89.
89, all of us were there.
And he says, if you're going to put that top down, put a towel in there and it'll keep that plastic from hitting each other and scratching.
Yeah.
Ever since there, I've been keeping a towel there.
Wow.
And
I'm glad
so
I had
it's
some
kept
good.
up, and it's got the date code 75 on here, so it's
Wow.
good.
I've
Good
always
shape.
wanted one of these since I was a kid. It was one of those cars that stuck in my mind.
Now look,
Oh,
you
the
could
69.
tell. Look at this.
Yeah.
Now the
yeah.
sticker, this is sticker,
Now,
huh? All
yeah.
those stickers, or were they?
They
painted?
were stickers. They came, each pace car came with a set of stickers in a box in the trunk.
Right.
Oh,
And the only way, you could get the dealer to put them on. So when I purchased it, it didn't have the stickers on it. And I thought, well, it's a pace car. Eventually I said, I got to put them on. And so I did. But they all came with the orange pinstriping,
I like that.
painted orange
Right,
pinstriping.
painted.
And they came with the transverse mounted muffler in the back. So
Yeah, sounds good.
Now, what does that mean, transverse mounted?
okay, the muffler.
Let's see, look at it here.
Yeah, the muffler is mounted above the axle, and it goes left to right.
Sideways.
Sideways.
Yeah.
So it's
if we
2
look
in and
under
2
here-
out.
Oh, yeah, you can see it right here.
Two
Yeah.
in
Look
and
at
2
that.
out.
Yep.
And that way
Wow.
they saved space and didn't have to
Wow.
put lower mufflers in there so they would drag.
Wow.
Now, this is where your gas is. Mine's up here. Mine says SS350 here,
got
but
the
you had
cap?
yours down there.
Yeah,
so
down
that's
in
the
the
difference too.
license plate.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like this. I like the front and rear end of these cars.
Well, we
Yeah.
always talk about how mean they are, and look at how mean that looks.
Yeah.
And look at it. I always love this. Now, is there a name for the way those taillights sort of dip and turn to the
I
outside?
never had anybody actually
Wasn't that for like
explain
dirt
it, but
and stuff like ice and dirt and all that, so
it
they
could
shine
be-
differently?
I think they just wanted a design element that
different?
was
Okay.
different.
It's
And
beautiful.
because 67, 68, they were a little bit more
Yeah,
just
flat.
squared in.
Yep.
They wanted to give it a little rougher look. So
okay.
the Rally Sport Edition came with the backup lights
Yeah, I
down
like
here
that.
instead of in the middle.
Yeah.
yeah.
And
Can we see in the trunk?
And
Yeah.
that's cool. Now, these are called bumperettes?
bumperettes.
Yeah, bumperettes.
Yeah, I don't.
Which is a little strange for 69, right?
No, that's pretty standard.
Okay, all right. I love the spoiler, of course.
Yeah, the D80 spoiler option
D80, there you
go.
was factory.
We all went there years ago. Super Chevy
Oh,
Sunday.
yeah, that
Oh,
was
yeah,
the big
that's
thing.
that was
from
a
the
big
80s.
deal.
In
yes.
all the
Yeah, everybody
magazines.
into
I won
Yeah.
best original in my car there in West Palm Beach.
Oh, man.
Really?
Go ahead.
Yeah, let's see what we
Yes.
got here.
Now you could not get a rear mount antenna with a spoiler.
That's right, you wouldn't want one.
No, you wouldn't want one. Oh, look
So
at
in
this.
here we've got the
original
boot.
bag, or the bag in the boot, or I mean the boot. I mean,
Oh, yeah. So this is the boot for the top,
Yes.
for
For
those
the
of
top.
you
Look
that
at that
don't
color.
know.
Look at that.
And
Yeah.
this is a reproduction. I have the original one in my garage, which is in really good shape. It's in good shape, but
You're
I
smart to
also
do.
have the Space Saver spare,
This
which
is rare.
you don't hardly see these at all.
I've never seen one.
And
So it
this is-
came with this.
Yes.
Unbelievable.
And then that's the inflator. I doubt if there's
inflator.
anything left in it because it hasn't been used, but
Yeah. Well, you had to have a space saver here. I have a full size, and it's barely. You can't even put a
I know.
luggage in here.
Wow.
No bodies
Yeah.
in this one, Chip.
I've never,
this one, yeah.
no, I've
So
never
that's a
seen
Space
one of
Saver.
those.
Yeah,
Rare.
space saver. Very rare. Very
and
rare.
each of the convertibles came with these shakers.
Shakers, yes.
And in
Oh,
the,
right
in the
here.
Right
corners,
here. The cameraman.
one and two in the back, and two in the front. They were for stability reasons.
Yeah.
Really?
So when you're because it's a convertible and it's unibody, they have a tendency to flex.
Right.
So this evened out their dampeners.
Well, there's what's fluid in there?
Fluid
Okay.
dampeners.
A needle, and it goes up and down. And
And it
Really?
it keeps it
people used to take these
stationary.
out.
I don't know why.
I don't know.
Other than weight, if you're drag racing,
drag
you don't
racing,
need them.
It's got all the original
Yeah, this is
stickers,
originals,
and
yeah.
here's for again some of the younger people the jack and how it works.
What's a jack?
Yeah, yeah.
You mean the
And it hooks up right here.
Scissors?
Under here, right here. There's a
Scissor
spot right
jack?
here for a jack.
Yeah.
There's a little groove right there.
Yeah.
Wow, let's keep moving around. Let's
And
check it
it's
out.
also date coded, so it's got the right date
Oh.
codes for.
Okay.
Here we go, right here.
Oh,
So
right
all
here,
The, all
right
the
here.
fenders and hood and back deck lid have original date codes on them.
Limited slip differential. Rear wheel may drive if contact with ground, even though opposite wheel is raised.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's a warning. That's cool.
Nice. Like,
Really
look at the same
cool.
Here. Look at this. And look at all the stainless. And just look at that. Body by Fisher. A wood grain dash.
Yeah.
Simulated wood grain dash.
Well, this is a SSRS pace
Pace
car.
car.
So
Right,
it's
Convertible, yeah.
Convertible, yeah.
Convertible.
So
Power
that's-
top.
that's-
Power top. Power top.
Power top.
Power
Yeah,
top.
Power top and rosewood interior.
Rosewood. That's it.
That's
Okay.
a D70 option.
Gorgeous.
And it could have had. It could have had gauges and tack.
Now, do you know if this car, Tim, was actually used as a pace car?
No, they have a listing of all the cars' serial numbers, VIN numbers that were at the track that day. There was a gentleman back then. He goes to every race.
Yeah.
And he writes down the serial number of each car, and I've
Okay.
got that in one of my old Super Chevy magazines, and it wasn't one of those.
Oh, okay. All right. Still cool, man.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Well, let's
Look at
yeah,
this.
let's look at the
The
front. here.
business end of it.
Yeah.
Well, before I want to, can I say something?
Yes.
Okay, come on over here. These, as I read, you could see through, the light could see through this. Okay, so if they got stuck closed, you still had a headlight.
Exactly.
What happened is ice would form here.
Yeah.
And there's like 10,000 different gears in there in the motor, and it would break.
Oh.
And then you'd have to yank it to get out and yank them open.
Yeah.
But if they didn't, that's what they did in 69,
The
60.
early ones were like yours,
Yeah.
or electric,
Yeah.
and then 68 they went to vacuum operated.
And
Yeah.
69 went to vacuum. But
Yeah.
that was
Well,
the
you-
reason why.
68
You can
and
see the
69.
lenses back in
I
there,
like
right
these.
Yeah.
there.
I really like these.
Now that's
Yeah.
part of the RS package.
Right, the
Right.
Rally Sport Pack.
Right,
the-
right. But that they caught on there and they figured out that, you know, at least
Yeah.
there's some safety.
Yeah. Again, talk about
Look at that.
mean.
Look at that.
I mean, look. Now, are those blinkers and running lights, or just
Oh
running
yeah,
lights?
that's the left, right turn signal.
Okay, these big ones.
And running lights.
Look how
And
big
running
they are.
lights.
I like
And it came with that little spoiler
Yeah.
round effect
Yeah,
underneath.
Yeah, that's part of the D80 package.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Talk
USA
about
1. What's that?
Yeah, the
See
original
America First.
one, yeah, had one of those on
talk
there.
about
remember
mean,
that.
Steve.
I know,
Look
I
at
just
that.
like that when that came.
Well, let's look at the beast under the hood there.
Yeah, let's see what we got in here.
So look, here's how you open it, which is interesting. So he's got to put his finger up in there, and there's a latch. Then
there's
you
a
got
secondary.
another latch.
There we open it.
Oh, there
And
you
it's
go.
functional.
Tell us all about
That's
it, Tim.
all right. We've got the 350 300 with the Cowl Induction, and we've got the Rochester 4-barrel quadrajet, and all the SS motors had the AC filter right here that's for gas filter.
Yep.
And
This here?
Yeah, everything is matching number, except I replaced the water pump with the correct one, and then the block is.
How would you find one? Just keep
Oh,
looking.
you have to keep looking.
Keep looking.
Yeah.
So all
There's one
original
com-
parts
And
other than
clamps.
the water
Clamp.
pump.
This is what I
Right,
look
the
at.
hose
Oh,
clamps.
I love that.
Yeah, the tower clamps.
Look at that's a voltage regulator if you don't know what that is.
Yeah. I know
Voltage
what
regulator.
that is.
This is the vacuum canister for the headlight doors.
Yep.
And then the power steering, and now on the back tag here, the VIN tag, it'll show the Z11, because all pace cars had Z11 on that cowl tag,
Gotcha.
which is right in this area
much
here.
room.
Power brakes. Now disc front, drum back.
Right.
Okay.
Discs
Disc
in the front.
Yeah.
You could get 4-wheel disc on these cars.
You could get JL8 four-wheel
okay.
disc. The actual pace cars used at the track, the two had the four-wheel discs. They needed that extra stopping power.
Yeah. Very rare, but it's amazing. I got the chrome package on my SS.
Okay. For years and years, I had the Z28 finned.
Yeah, I like them.
Valve covers on there, but it wasn't factory, so I took them off and put the original
I agree
ones.
with you.
I don't blame you.
I want
You
the
got such a
original
beautiful
ones.
car.
And and then this was also chromed, so it looked more like the Z28, but it wasn't factory, so I went back with black.
Like I said earlier, look how much room we got in there.
Oh,
Yeah,
I know.
you
Well, remember, we used to sit, like get in here, put our legs in, right, and sit and work on them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We had a
Tim,
good
man,
time with that.
we've heard about this car.
Yes.
I can't believe you brought it today. We just unbelievable. Can you go ahead and start up for us?
Yeah.
Give us a little rev and let us hear it.
Let's hear that. I'm going back. I always like hearing the
Yeah.
back revving.
Golly, this is gorgeous.
That's the motor end. Yeah, that's the sound end of it. Yep.
Wow. Beautiful. Let's see what it sounds like out back here.
Beautiful.
Ooh. He's got his reverse lights on.
Get a little bit of throttle there, Tim.
Hang on. Let's get this sound out back. Nice.
Oh, look at that.
Tell him to rev it up one more time there a little bit, Steve. Whoa, it sounds great back here. Oh. You can shut it off. That sounds awesome.
See the headlight doors open.
Oh, yeah. Here, let's show the viewers the headlights here, Steve.
Okay.
When he opens them up. Go ahead, Tim.
Oh, look at that.
I
love it. That is
Batman. That reminds me of Batman for some reason. Wow.
beautiful. Look at that.
How cool is that?
I love it. I love it.
Wow. Tim, that is so cool, buddy.
Very nice.
Well, I want to get
we
it up
appreciate
here.
you bringing it.
Show you guys.
Yeah, well, we've been hearing about it, and again, this was always on my bucket list, Steve. So, well, I think we're out of time,
Yes.
guys. But Tim, thank you, buddy, for dropping
And we
by.
could spend another hour on this car.
More than that, yeah.
Oh,
Well,
I
I'm
enjoyed
Chip,
it.
I'm Steve.
I'm Tim.
and this is
Chip's
Chip's
Garage.
Garage.